You already saw the questions I displayed on the screen. So today I'll be taking the frequently asked questions on the contraceptive levonorgestrel, commonly called Postinor 2 post-pill plan B. Many of us already know what Postinor 2 is all about, but I will still explain it for those that don't know. Now, let me give you an analogy. Everyone has experienced being caught in the rain without an umbrella at some point. Either you left the umbrella at home or the wind was so strong that it damaged the one you had. Now you're exposed to the rain and your next best option is to find a place of shelter, right? I leave you to figure that out, but that should give you a hint of what Postinor 2 is all about. Postinor 2 is an emergency contraceptive that contains a synthetic hormone called levonorgestrel, and it is used to prevent pregnancy within 72 hours of unprotected sex or contraceptive failure like a missed birth control pill or condom breakage. Now, in this my definition, the key word is emergency contraceptive. This brings me to the first point I would like to address today. Postinor 2 is not intended to be used as a regular contraceptive. It is designed to be used in cases of emergency, like the days you are caught in the rain without an umbrella. If you use it as a regular contraceptive, you will be abusing the drug and you'll be exposing yourself to the side effects attached to these drugs. Now, how does this Postinor 2 work? Many people know that this drug helps to prevent pregnancy, but they can't even explain how it does that. Postinor 2, in a layman's term, helps to prevent pregnancy by delaying ovulation. Most of us knows what ovulation is, right? That is the release of an egg from the ovary. So this means that if you are supposed to be ovulating the next day or even 2 days after, and you take Postinor 2, it will shift your ovulation to a later date. That way, the sperm will not find any egg to fertilize, thereby preventing pregnancy from occurring. Now, this brings me to the second point I would also like to address, and this is the issue of taking this drug more than once in a menstrual cycle. Some people take this drug more than once, even up to 3 times in a month, 3 times in a menstrual cycle. And it is very, very wrong. You are supposed to use this drug if you are caught in the rain without an umbrella and you are in your pre-ovulatory stage, that is before ovulation, that is you are close to your ovulation date. That is when you are supposed to take this drug, because this drug helps to delay ovulation. And that is only when the drug will work. Some people just get this drug and take it anytime in their cycle, even when they are in their free period that ordinarily they will not even conceive. They will just take the drug. If you keep taking it that way, if you take it more than once in a menstrual cycle, you will keep increasing your exposure to the side effects of this drug. So it is intended to be used just once in your menstrual cycle. The problem is that most of us can't even calculate our menstrual cycle. Most of us don't even know how to track our menstrual cycle. So I would also make a video on that probably next week, teaching people how to track and calculate your menstrual cycle. So studies have also shown that if you use this drug during ovulation, that it can thicken the cervical mucus, thereby preventing the sperm from swimming up to the egg and inhibiting fertilization. But this second mechanism I just said has low chances of preventing pregnancy. So the major way this Postinor 2 works is by delaying ovulation. And you are supposed to take it as soon as possible. The earlier you take it, when you are caught in the rain without an umbrella, the more effective the drug will be. And how are you supposed to take it? You know it comes in 2 tablets. So you take the first tablet as soon as possible after you are caught in the rain, and then you take the second tablet 12 hours after taking the first tablet. Now, what are the side effects of this drug? The side effects of this drug includes vaginal bleeding or spotting. It can cause vaginal bleeding or spotting in between periods. It can also cause headache. It can cause nausea and vomiting. It can cause dizziness. Some people tend to feel dizzy, tired, and weak after taking the drug. It can also cause hormonal imbalance, and it can cause irregular periods. Now that you already know what Postinor 2 is, let's now move to the questions of the day. My dear, we are still pregnant after taking Postinor 2 because Postinor 2 is not 100% guaranteed. Research has shown that if you take this drug within 24 hours after you have caught in the rain without an umbrella, that it has 95% chance of preventing pregnancy, meaning that there is still a 5% chance of pregnancy occurring. Now, it also says that if you take the drug within 48 to 72 hours after you have caught in the rain without an umbrella, that it has 88% chance of preventing pregnancy. You see that the chances has dropped now. That is why I said earlier that the sooner you take the drug, the more effective. So it's possible that you got pregnant after taking this drug because you didn't take it early enough, or maybe you might have even ovulated before taking the drug and you didn't know. Because just like I already said, the drug becomes less effective when you have already ovulated. Well, just like I said before, it is said that this drug has the tendency to tickle the cervical mucus, thereby preventing the sperm from swimming up to the egg, and fertilization won't occur if you take the drug during ovulation. But like I said before, the chances of this drug working during ovulation is low. It works best if you take it before ovulation. Yes, Postinor 2 can cause bleeding. Bleeding is one of the side effects of the drug, but the bleeding is not supposed to be a severe one. So if you take this drug and you're experiencing bleeding, try to monitor yourself. If the bleeding becomes heavy or it lasts more than 3 days, then go to the hospital for further assessment. Postinor 2 is not known to cause infertility, but it can increase the possibility of menstruation disturbances, that is, irregular periods, which can make it difficult for you to track your ovulation. Your ovulation might now start happening at an earlier or later date than usual, making it difficult for you to conceive fast. Yes, remember I said this drug contains a synthetic hormone. So the hormonal changes caused by this Postinor 2 can interfere with the normal hormonal fluctuations in our body that regulates menstrual cycle. And that is why this drug causes irregular menstruation and all. So yes, it can cause hormonal imbalance. Yes, like I said earlier, Postinor 2 can delay ovulation. That is actually the major way the drug works. Yes, it delays period. It can affect menstruation in two ways. The first is changes in timing. It has the potential to disrupt normal menstrual cycle, making menstruation to come at an earlier date or a later date. It can even lead to a skipped period. The second way it affects menstruation is changes in the flow. Some women may experience a heavier or lighter flow after taking this drug. No, like I said earlier, the drug is not supposed to be taken twice in a month. It is not designed to be used as a regular contraceptive. Taking this drug more than once in a month or taking it more than the prescribed dosage will increase your exposure to the side effects like these irregular periods, hormonal imbalance, and all. So try to stick to the prescribed dosage. Yes, Postinor 2 can cause spotting, just like I said earlier, is one of the side effects of the drug. Well, The synthetic hormone in this drug can weaken the lining of the womb temporarily, making it less receptive to a fertilized egg, and this can cause miscarriages in the future. But then these effects are reversible and they do not have long-term consequences so long as you don't abuse the drug. Because if you abuse this drug, it will take longer time to reverse this effect. The more your body system tries to reverse the effects of this drug, the more you are taking the drug. Therefore, you're advised to always try and stick to the prescribed dosage of this drug. Thank you so much for watching till this point. If this video was really helpful to you, if you learned something from this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share to your family and friends. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.